Oh man, that was a rough one. Hey there folks, once again, slightly delayed from a secret location hidden deep within the bowels of downtown St. John's, Newfoundland, comes in the Library of Graphic Literature with me, your host, Walls Ryan. So, how's everyone there today? As you all know, of course, and I don't have to go on and on about this, but I will anyway. We live on an island way out here on the North Atlantic, way up north from you folks down in America anyways, way out east, further east than Maine, and sometimes the comics get delayed. Now the rumor was that it was Canada Customs, and I don't know if they're on the lookout for Batman's private parts or what. What could be in these boxes of comics that they would want. Anyways, hopefully we will get our comics on time this week, although this was a holiday week and sometimes that can delay it too, so good lord. So anyway, for this week I got 5 books here actually to show you and have a short chat with you about them. One moment too, while we have a sip here. Nothing like a bit of tea. Okay, now, first of all though, this episode, by the way, is dedicated to Mark Denine. And Mark, the dedication has been sent to you all the way from Los Angeles and from Steve Martin, so this is for you. And don't forget that, folks, if you want, I will dedicate episodes to friends of yours or whatever. Just send their name along, and you can give me a little bit of a message if you want to pass on to them. I didn't get much of a message from Steve, but he wanted you to have this show for yourself. Okay, it's time to get down to all that stuff that we love so well. Come on, squeak, squeak, squeak. These books we love so well. These collected editions of comics and comic strips. Anyway, I just love the sound of a spinning spinner rack. Anyway, so this week we'll start off with we've got a couple of entries from PS Artbooks. PS Artbooks, it seems like they just come out all at once. So this week we have 3 here to have a look at. So we'll first have a look. Let's see what we'll look at a couple of these first two books here, which are from Ace Comics, which was on the go from 40 to 56, I do believe. And these this, and I love this too because they actually run the names down here. This one has Mike Zukowski, Gene Colan, Lou Cameron, Chick Stone, Ken Rice. So, and I kind of like these old-timey, as I call them, old-timey mystery comics. They're, I don't know, there's something quaint about them. Like I say, I'm not into the slasher movies or anything like that. I always like the sort of supernatural, the weird mysteries, weird things, baffling, mystery, webs, fantastic, weird, astounding, you know, all that type of stuff. And I kind of like the PS Artbooks. They're obviously, just looking at them, they're scanned from the original comics, but they do a pretty good job at restoring them, and but they leave this sort of pulpy look to them. And I know you've heard me say, "Oh, Wallace, you said that before." Yes, I have said that before. Then stop it, Wallace. Oh, sorry. But I like them. So check out this one. I love some of the covers. Some of them are just so cool. Now check this one out. And have a look at what's inside here. Some of this is just your regular old terror in the coal bits. I like reading these too, because in a lot of ways, stuff that you see in them macabre ritual in Witch's Glen is even besides the actual horror and stuff going on and stuff like that, there's a lot of stuff in the background that I love reading old comics just to see the way people talk about current events at the time that these were written in, and just the way people are portrayed and all that. I mean, this is from the 50s, so this is a real slice of Americana from the 1950s. So let's say check these out. Like I say, I know a few of you out there are fans of the PS Artbooks, and so am I. Kind of like the slipcases too. Okay, another Ace comic here, and this is Web of Mystery. I love these names. This is weird, eerie, and startling according to the cover here. And this one, once again, has Ace Baker, Lou Cameron, Schick Stone, Jim McLaughlin, Ken Rice. Hear that crack? Don't you love to hear the crack of a brand new book? And like I say, what I've said once before, and I'll say it again, I also love the ads that are in these. Let's see now, for an example. They're just such a... Oh, Magic Dutch Rock Garden. Apparently grows in 4 days. I don't know why anyone would want to grow rocks, but hey. But yeah, I love looking at that. Oh yeah, draw the first day. It's funny how some people still think that drawing can be done so easily. Oh, and oh, look at this. Goose or Nest U.S. savings bonds. Now this is from the early 50s, just like the other one. So these ads are a little sign of that. Oh, there is no such animal, he cried. Another savings bond one. Oh, and here we go. Oh, and then a couple of other things. Portable cover for your car. Anyway, so Web of Mystery. This is volume 3 of these. Once again, like I say, I can't say any more than I've already said in the other ones. Oh yeah, getting rid of blackheads. How's that, folks? But yeah, so once again, like I say, these great 50s Spell of the Devil Dancers. Check that out. Come on. I love a lot of the sign of doom. You dare not speak about it. I love the titles. They're so dramatic. The famine of Chichen Itza. So yeah. And the artwork too is serviceable because you're getting up into the 50s compared to the 30s and all that. The artists start to come around. Well, I mean, it came around earlier, but I mean, in general, a lot of even these start to really have the horror comics and all that start to have some really cool artists working on them. Check about it. So yes, Web of Mystery, yet another little beauty. And let's see, last but not least, in the PS Artbooks here comes Mr. Mystery. This has people like Mike Esposito, Ross Andrew, Jack Abel, and Don Perlin, among others. I love that cover too, by the way. Mr. Mystery. This one had there was an issue of this is one of the infamous what they call eyes poked out covers, where it shows an eye and a dagger coming towards it, and so these would have been featured in those Senate hearings, stuff like that. This would have been from 51 to 56. These were originally put out. I think these were Key Comics. Yeah, key comics were put out by this guy Stanley Morse, who he didn't, apparently he was hard to get a paycheck out of him, but also some people called his comics the most vile comics of all time, which looking through them, I really can't see that, but mother sympathy, I've seen viler, I'm sure, but I guess for that time and all that, it probably was, right? Ooh, look at this. Reduce. Keep slim at home. Oh God, I love these. Oh yeah, and DeMio. So yeah, some very cool comics in here. Let's and so Mr. Mystery seems like the consummate one of those usual narrators of horror comics, but the art actually in this is actually pretty good. I kind of like it. As a matter of fact, this looks very almost EC like. The Tree of Vengeance. Oh look, there's another one of those cool ads. Come on, you gotta love those. Okay. Oh, Subway. Ooh, look at that. Monsters in the subway. Ooh. Watches, which I'm sure were highly... Ooh, look at this. Hair destroying germs. Save your hair. Oh yeah. Gotta love those ads, hey folks. Ooh, let's see what ad is this. Oh yeah, look, harmonica music for those who want to play the harmonica. Anyway, back to the comics here. So Esposito and Andrew did some work in these. Those guys were together forever. The painting. But yeah, some good old-fashioned 1950s horror comics. Check them out anyway, folks. Like I say, I kind of like these old-time mystery comics. Oh, now let's see. What shall we do next? Oh, let's do the likely story. Ooh. Now, this is from one of my favorites, Neil Gaiman. Neil, if you're out there, I like your stuff. And Mark Buckingham, an artist of some repute. Now, I haven't read these, but I mean, I've seen online people seem to like this. This is once again from the Gaiman library. It seems to be basically a series of short stories, and what a strange art and adaptation script, Mark Buckingham. So I guess Buckingham really took a hand in the storytelling part of it, which is good. I kind of like it when the artist is given some leeway to, you know, as long as he can help with it, then and push the story along, then why not? I know I've read Alan Moore's scripts at times, and man, Alan Moore, he just describes everything in a comic script right to a T, right to crossing the T and dotting the I's, and when I read it, I said, geez, he's not giving the artist a lot of leeway here to work, but as opposed to some other people. But I guess that's what makes Alan so good, and Neil also too. I've actually never seen any Neil, or have I seen some Neil scripts? I think in the backs there, but it looks really cool anyway. It's some great looking stories there. So if you're a fan of Neil, of course pick it up. Check it out. There's some good storytelling, and look at all those words. Lots of words. Now that's a sign of a lot of storytelling. When I had my own store, I used to have one of my customers who used to come in, and he would look through the comics, and he would actually look, at the amount of speech balloons, word balloons in a comic, and if there wasn't enough speech balloons or word balloons, to him, it just wasn't worth it. So I always thought that was kind of cool, actually. And in some ways, I guess, he might have had a point. Nothing like a good cup of tea. Whew. And now to, oh yeah, one more book. Just one more, me laddies. And this week, Hellstorm by Warren Ellis. This, of course, is the 1990s series. I do believe this was probably Ellis's first work, I think, for Marvel. He took over from, I think it was issue 11, and continued on from there to 21, I do believe. And this also has the short series Druid, which Warren also did, which of course centers on the character Dr. Druid, invented by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, by the way. So, you gotta love the sound of that, eh? But I'd seen the art in this for years, and I thought to myself, I really like to look at this comic. So this is I'm kind of glad to get a hold of this, because this is, 12. Hellstorm Prince Lies, issue 12, sorry, excuse me, to 21. But yeah, I can remember seeing this on the stand and all that, and it looked pretty cool. The artwork in this is pretty stunning. So when I seen it was coming out in Omnibus form, I just had to get my little paws on it. I was actually a big fan of the original Son of Satan series from the 70s, and that was, I think it was Sonny Trinidad, I do believe, did it, and it was an amazing series. I wanted to swear there for a second, but I figured now I'll try to keep this PG. But I guess putting out a comic called The Son of Satan these days would be a little bit too much for some people. So I guess that's why it's Hellstorm. And yeah, and I'm a big fan of Ellis anyway, so to see him working on one of my favorite characters, this is going to be something enjoyable for me to read. Anyway, I'll let you folks have a quick scan at it. Here's the inside. Oh, let's have a look at the dust jacket first of all. Check that out. Spine and the back. Always love these back things where they show all the issues involved in a comic, in a collection, sorry. And this, let's have a look here. Come on, look at this, look at this. Very black, very dark from the looks of it. Love that cover, that bowling cover. Look, look at that. Definitely so worth it. Can't wait to have a read of this. Yeah, I was a big fan of the Marvel 70s horror stuff, which included a lot of the, funny enough, a lot of the origins of some of these people. But like I say, if you're a fan of Hellstorm and the like, check out the Son of Satan series. Sonny Trinidad, he was one of the really underrated comic book artists from the 70s, I think. Yeah, check it out. Oh, look, some extras. I always love these extras in the back, especially the things showing the process and all that. Cool things that I can take and show my students and that. Oh, and let's see what they think. So anyway, that appears to be it so far for this week, folks. And thank you once again for joining me way out here, the far reaches of North America, to chat with you about these books we love so much. So, now, hopefully, I'll have another show for you in a couple of days, so I'm hoping that the comics do get through either Thursday or Friday. If it doesn't, it looks like next week I will, as usual, post a little warning, just to let everyone know that it'll be the following weeks. So, in the meantime, have a sip of tea. Power up your mother box and get reading. Okay, folks, here I go. Woo! See you this same time, same bad channel.